Okay, so get this. We're going back in time, all the way to 14th century India, deep dive into the Rigveda, one of the oldest, if not the oldest, religious text out there, and still, I mean, really incredibly important to this day.
Yeah.
You've got all these sources on Sayana, this scholar who wrote this, I mean, massive commentary on this ancient text.
Yeah.
And I'm already getting, like, but wait, there's more vibe here.
Absolutely, yeah. What's so fascinating about Sayana is he wasn't just like a scholar. I mean, he was deeply involved in the political landscape of his time.
Okay.
So picture India in the 1300s. You've got the Vijayanagara Empire, a total powerhouse of Hindu scholarship and culture, but they're also facing this immense pressure from these Islamic sultanates pushing in from the north.
So a bit of a knowledge under threat kind of situation. Was that part of what was motivating, like his work?
I think it's definitely a crucial part of the context, yeah. The Vijayanagara rulers really saw knowledge as power, especially in the face of these external threats. They very much supported scholars like Sayana, who were dedicated to safeguarding this wisdom of the Vedas.
And he wasn't just some random scholar either. This
No.
guy was chief minister to the king,
Yeah.
trying to wrap my head around balancing a high-pressure political career with, like, writing a comprehensive commentary on an ancient religious text.
It speaks volumes about his intellect and drive, doesn't it? And then his brother, Madhava, was also this renowned scholar of Vedanta philosophy, so clearly a deep understanding of the Vedas ran in the family.
Yeah, like a family business almost.
Yeah.
So you've got this, like, powerful position, this family legacy of scholarship, this cultural climate where preserving knowledge is paramount. What was his goal with this commentary? Why dedicate, like, years to this kind of monumental project?
Well, he believed that the Rig Veda was this bedrock of Hinduism. However, by the 1300s, the language of the Rig Veda, which is Vedic Sanskrit, was already incredibly ancient and challenging to understand, even for seasoned scholars.
Yeah, I'm picturing trying to read something like Beowulf in its original Old English.
What?
Talk about a language barrier.
Yeah, that's a great analogy.
You're going to need a pretty thick dictionary for that one.
Yeah, exactly. So Sayana really saw his work as illuminating the true meaning of these sacred texts, and he even titled his commentary Vedartha Prakasha, which literally means light on the meaning of the Vedas.
Oh,
His mission was to ensure that future generations could actually access this and understand this vital wisdom.
so almost like creating a user's manual for one of, like, Hinduism's most foundational texts. But we're not talking about just any old language here. Vedic Sanskrit, that sounds pretty intense.
Oh, it is. Vedic Sanskrit's like the ancestor of the Sanskrit we know today. Different grammar, vocabulary, and words, often carrying multiple layers of meaning.
Okay, so you're saying this wasn't exactly something you could just pick up on Duolingo.
No, definitely not.
What made it so tricky, and how did Sayana even begin to, like, crack the code?
So imagine trying to decipher a text where a single word could have several meanings depending on the context, right?
Mhm.
And the grammar. Well, let's just say it's enough to make even the most dedicated linguist sweat a little.
Okay.
Yeah. It's pretty complicated stuff.
So how did he tackle this linguistic puzzle? Did he have some kind of secret decoder ring?
Well, he was like a linguistic detective. Sayana used a technique called root analysis. It's breaking down these complex words, tracing their origins, and then connecting them to these broader concepts. He wouldn't just translate a word like agnim, which means fire. He'd delve into its root, connect it to the concepts of heat, light, and transformation, which are all essential aspects of Agni, the fire god.
So even a seemingly simple word like fire becomes this multidimensional concept. It
Exactly.
wasn't just a translation, it was an interpretation.
Absolutely. And this attention to detail, right? That was key to understanding these rituals that were outlined in the Rig Veda. Sayana believed that even slight variations in pronunciation or like word combination could dramatically alter a ritual's meaning and power.
It's almost like a cosmic incantation.
Yeah.
Where, like, every syllable carries, like, immense weight.
Precisely.
And you don't want to mess it up.
Yeah, exactly.
So he's deciphering this ancient language,
Mhm.
revealing these hidden layers of meaning. What does all of this tell us about the Rig Veda itself? Like, what kind of stories and ideas are hidden within these ancient hymns?
Well, the Rig Veda is teeming with hymns that are dedicated to these really powerful deities. And Sayana's commentary brings these deities to life in a way that I think really resonates even today. And it highlights this crucial role of ritual in forging a connection between humans and the divine.
Okay, so rituals and gods. Okay, I'm ready. Crash course in, like, Rig Veda's greatest hits. Who are the main players we should, like, know about?
All right, well, you can't talk about the Rig Veda without mentioning Agni, the fire god.
Okay. He's like the intermediary between humans and the divine. Offerings are consumed by fire, they rise as smoke towards the heavens, and Agni ensures their safe passage.
Agni, the original delivery service. Cosmic Express Mail.
I like that.
Just send it straight up.
Yeah.
Okay, so Agni's the messenger, Soma the spiritual enhancer. Who else should we add to our, like, Rigvedic playlist?
Well, then you have, of course, Indra, the god of storms and battles, a formidable force.
Okay.
He's often depicted as this warrior overcoming challenges, both external and internal.
Okay, so not just a god of brute strength, but also a symbol of resilience in the face of adversity. Sounds like someone you'd want on your side when you're facing a tough situation.
Absolutely.
Especially if that situation involves, like, a lightning bolt, I would assume.
Yeah, exactly. And Sayana's commentary helps us see that these deities aren't just figures in these ancient stories, but they represent these powerful forces within ourselves and in the universe as a whole. So, guiding us beyond the literal level of the text, he's not just explaining the rituals, he's pointing towards this, like, deeper understanding of the Rigveda's significance.
You're spot on. He saw these rituals as pathways to something much greater, a whole philosophy of life rooted in these Vedic principles.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's suggesting that yajna, the concept of sacrifice, isn't just about offering material things, but it's about self-discipline, controlling your desires and purifying your mind.
So that sounds a lot like practices we see in, like, meditation and mindfulness today.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah, pretty fascinating how these, like, ancient ideas continue to, like, resonate.
Yeah, and then he takes it even further, hinting at some ideas that were really radical for his time. He suggests a connection between our individual selves, the Atman, and the universal consciousness, the Brahman.
Oh, wow.
And these are concepts that would later become central to Vedanta philosophy.
So his commentary wasn't just a historical footnote. It was this, like, bridge between this ancient ritual and the development of Hindu philosophy as we know it today. I mean, wow, talk about a lasting legacy.
Hmm.
And we've only just dipped our toes into the vast ocean of this commentary. Where do we go from here? What else can we uncover as we journey deeper into this ancient world?
Let's delve into the intricacies of Vedic Sanskrit itself. The language that Sayana was working with was far more complex than we might initially realize,
Yeah.
and understanding its nuances is really key to unlocking these deeper meanings within the Rigveda.
Okay, sounds like a plan.
All right, yeah, it's easy to, like, imagine these ancient scholars effortlessly deciphering these ancient texts,
Right.
but the reality's much more complex. Even in his time, Vedic Sanskrit was incredibly challenging, even for the most learned individuals.
Wow.
It's as if they were trying to understand a long-lost language.
Yeah, so back to that Beowulf and Old English comparison. We know Vedic Sanskrit is complex.
Yeah.
But how do those complexities actually, like, show up in Sayana's work?
Yeah.
Give us the behind-the-scenes look at, like, the linguistic hurdles he had to overcome.
Okay, well, first we need to remember that Vedic Sanskrit and, like, the classical Sanskrit that you might encounter today are not the same language.
Right.
Think of them as, like, distant relatives connected but separated by these vast differences in grammar, vocabulary, and even pronunciation.
So it's like trying to read Shakespeare without a dictionary or any knowledge of Elizabethan English.
Yeah.
You might understand a few words here and there,
Right.
but the true meaning would remain elusive.
Exactly, exactly. And then, like, adding another layer of complexity is that many words in Vedic Sanskrit have multiple layers of meaning.
Okay.
So Sayana had to meticulously consider the context of each word to determine what was the intended meaning.
Yeah.
It was this delicate dance of linguistics and interpretation.
It's as if each word were like a puzzle box,
Yeah.
holding within it a multitude of possible meanings.
Right.
And Sayana had to find the right key to unlock the specific meaning intended in each passage.
That's a great analogy. And Sayana excelled at this linguistic puzzle solving. So take, for example, the word pavitra, often translated as purifier, right?
Okay.
Sayana didn't stop there. He explored the religious and symbolic connotations of the word,
All right.
revealing these subtle layers of meaning that connected to these ritual purification practices.
So it's not just about making something clean in a physical sense.
Right.
But it's about this deeper spiritual process of removing impurities and aligning oneself with the sacred.
Precisely. And Sayana often used etymology, which is the study of word origins,
Yeah.
to unravel these complexities. He would trace a word back to its root, revealing these unexpected connections to other concepts. It was like uncovering this hidden network of meaning within the language itself.
I'm seeing a pattern here.
Uh-huh.
Sayana was all about getting to the root of things, both literally and figuratively.
Absolutely, and that's where his brilliance as a commentator really shines. So, for example, you have the word satya, which is commonly translated as truth. But Sayana linked it back to the concept of Raita, which is this cosmic order that governs the universe. So, truth becomes more than just honesty. Right. It's about aligning oneself with this fundamental principle that guides all of existence.
So even a simple word like truth
Yeah.
takes on this cosmic significance in his interpretation.
Yeah.
It's as if the entire universe is encoded within the language itself.
That is really at the very heart of Vedic thought, and Sayana was this master at deciphering that code.
Yeah.
But it wasn't just about vocabulary. He
Yeah.
was also incredibly attentive to grammar, which in Vedic Sanskrit presents a whole new level of complexity.
Okay, time to put on our grammar hats.
Yeah.
What kind of grammatical hurdles did Sayana have to wrestle with?
Well, one challenge was mastering the rules of Sandhi.
Okay.
Think of it as the art of combining words in a way that changes their pronunciation and, surprisingly, their meaning. Even subtle shifts in pronunciation, right?
Yeah.
Guided by these rules could dramatically alter the intended message.
So it's not just what you say,
Right.
but how you say it.
Exactly.
The sound of the words themselves carries meaning.
Exactly. Sayana provides this great example in his commentary on the phrase Dvarapna, meaning divine jewel, right? Without the proper application of Sandhi, the meaning could become distorted, and then the ritual power of the phrase would be lost.
Okay.
It's like this delicate recipe.
Yeah.
The ingredients had to be combined in just the right way to achieve the desired effect.
It's like an orchestra.
Uh-huh.
Each instrument must play its part perfectly for the symphony to be harmonious.
Right.
And Sayana was like the conductor,
Right.
ensuring that every linguistic element was in its rightful place.
That's a wonderful image. This level of precision was crucial because for Vedic thinkers, the spoken word held immense power.
Right.
The correct pronunciation of mantras, which are these sacred sounds and verses, was essential for their efficacy.
Okay.
They believed that sound itself had the power to shape reality.
It's almost as if the universe is listening. And if you mess up the intonation, your message might get lost in translation.
You got it. You got it. But Sayana's linguistic expertise didn't end there. He was also meticulous in his analysis of syntax, which is the way words are arranged in a sentence. He knew that even shifting the order of words could change the emphasis and then alter the intended meaning.
So where you put the verb in a sentence actually matters.
It really does, yeah.
Who knew grammar could be so exciting?
I know, right? In Vedic Sanskrit, word order wasn't just this grammatical rule, but it was a way of reflecting this hierarchy of divine actions.
Okay.
So Sayana would rearrange phrases to clarify the meaning, particularly in those incredibly dense and complex hymns.
Right.
It's like he was this master codebreaker, revealing this hidden structure of the universe through the arrangement of words.
Can you give us a concrete example of how syntax can actually change the meaning in the Rigveda?
Well, take the hymns about the Ashvins, which is these divine twins, right? Sayana's analysis of the syntax in these hymns reveals their roles in maintaining cosmic balance. So, by carefully analyzing the sentence structure, he could determine which actions were attributed to which deity, and how their roles intertwined to preserve harmony in the cosmos. It's like he was untangling this cosmic web of relationships, revealing the interconnectedness of all things.
So through his meticulous attention to grammar and syntax, Sayana wasn't just interpreting the Rigveda.
Right.
He was revealing this underlying structure of the universe as understood by the Vedic seers.
You're exactly right. It's as if the language itself was this blueprint for the cosmos. And Sayana's sensitivity to the power of language went even further. He was keenly aware of Vak, which is the goddess of speech in Vedic thought.
Oh, wow.
He understood that words weren't just tools for communication, but these conduits for divine energy capable of shaping reality itself.
So it's not simply about what you say, but the very act of speaking itself is sacred.
Precisely.
Words have power.
They do, and this is where the concept of mantra comes in, right? Sayana saw mantras as more than just these verses to be chanted. He understood them as these symbolic devices, carefully crafted sounds and phrases that could actually purify the mind and align the individual with these cosmic forces.
Yeah.
They were tools for spiritual transformation.
So each sound vibration in a mantra carries like a specific energy or intention.
Yeah.
It's like sonic technology for accessing different states of consciousness and
Yeah.
connecting with the divine.
I love that analogy. And Sayana's commentary helps us decode those intentions, revealing the specific qualities each mantra is designed to invoke. So, for example, he explains how the structure and meaning of mantras dedicated to Agni are meant to evoke his purifying power, while those dedicated to Indra call upon his strength and courage.
It's like a cosmic symphony of sound.
Yes.
Each mantra playing a specific role in like orchestrating the harmony of the universe.
Yes.
And science is teaching us how to like listen,
Right.
to attune ourselves to the subtle vibrations of the cosmos.
Beautifully put. Sayana even links mantra to meditation, suggesting that this repetitive chanting of a mantra can lead to this kind of internal transformation. It's not just about reciting words, it's about allowing those words to resonate within, to become a part of your being.
So you're not just like saying the words.
Right.
You're letting them transform you from the inside out.
Exactly.
It's a fascinating concept.
Yeah. We've talked a lot about Sayana's approach to language, but what does all of this linguistic analysis reveal about these core messages of the Rig Veda itself?
Yeah.
What are some of the big ideas that emerge from these ancient hymns?
Like,
What's it all about?
well, one prominent theme is this crucial role of ritual in the Vedic worldview.
Okay.
Sayana's commentary helps us move beyond simply understanding the mechanics of the rituals, and he illuminates their deeper significance and purpose.
So it's not just about like going through the motions. It's
Right.
about understanding the meaning behind the actions and the power they hold to connect us with something greater than ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. So, for example, we've talked about Agni, the fire god, as this intermediary between humans and gods.
Right.
But Sayana digs deeper, revealing the symbolic meaning of fire.
Okay.
He describes its brightness and warmth as metaphors for spiritual insight and inner purity.
Mm.
So while you're performing this physical ritual of offering to Agni,
Yeah.
you're also cultivating those qualities within yourself.
It's like an external action,
Right.
mirroring an internal process of transformation.
Precisely. And we see this idea of fire as this transformative force continuing in many Hindu rituals today,
Mhm.
such as the Agnihotra fire offering. Sayana's commentary helps us understand these ancient roots of these practices and their enduring significance.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
It's like we're tracing a thread through time,
Yeah.
connecting ancient practices to the living traditions of today.
Yeah. But what about other rituals in the Rig Veda? What else does Sayana illuminate? Well, his commentary on the Soma Mandala, which is the section dedicated to the Soma ritual, is particularly fascinating. As we discussed earlier, Soma was this sacred drink shrouded in mystery
Right.
that was believed to grant immortality and bring humans closer to the gods.
We talked about Soma's potential mind-altering effects, but like,
Yeah.
what else can you tell us about this enigmatic elixir? Like, what did Sayana make of it?
So Sayana describes Soma as both like a physical substance
Okay.
and a divine elixir.
Okay.
He suggested it could induce this kind of spiritual ecstasy,
Huh.
this mystical experience that allowed individuals to transcend ordinary consciousness and connect with the divine.
So it was like a key that unlocks a hidden door to another realm of experience.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes you wonder what those ancient rituals must have been like.
It does, doesn't it? And this idea of using ritual practices to access these altered states of consciousness and commune with the divine
Yeah.
is something we see across many different cultures and traditions.
It speaks to this fundamental human desire to connect with something larger than ourselves,
Yeah,
to experience the transcendent.
absolutely. We've discussed Agni and Soma, but what about some of these other key players in the Rig Veda?
Right.
Well, Indra is this major figure. He's the god of storms and battles, a symbol of strength and resilience in the face of challenges.
Right.
Sayana emphasizes Indra's role as this divine warrior who embodies the human struggle to overcome obstacles, both internal and external.
So he's like our cosmic coach,
Yeah.
encouraging us to like face our fears and conquer our demons.
Exactly. And Sayana specifically highlights Indra's victory over the serpent Vritra,
Okay.
who represents chaos and obstacles.
Hmm.
This myth is often interpreted not just as this cosmic battle, but as this metaphor for this inner struggle to overcome ignorance and negativity within ourselves.
So it's not just about like physical strength, but
Yeah.
also about like cultivating the inner strength to overcome these like negative patterns and emerge victorious from our own like personal battles.
Precisely. Sayana presents Indra as both this cosmic hero and a personal role model, inspiring worshippers to cultivate their own inner strength and courage.
I'm sensing a theme here.
Yeah.
It seems like the Rig Veda uses these like larger than life stories to teach us about the challenges we face in our own lives
Uh-huh.
and the inner resources we need to overcome them.
That's a great insight. And that's one of the things that makes the Rig Veda so enduringly relevant. It's not just a collection of ancient myths and legends, but it's this guidebook for navigating the human experience,
Right.
filled with wisdom that transcends time and place.
Okay, so we've got Agni the mediator, Soma the spiritual elixir, and Indra the warrior. What other cosmic forces are at play in the Rig Veda?
Right.
Are there any hymns that stand out as like particularly mind-bending?
Well, there's this one hymn that is especially captivating. It's the Nasadiya Sukta, often referred to as the Hymn of Creation. It's this extraordinary exploration of the mystery of existence, posing these profound questions about the origins of the universe, the nature of creation, and what may have existed before time itself.
Okay, Hymn of Creation. That sounds epic. Can you give us a glimpse into its cosmic depths?
It's this hymn filled with awe and wonder, and
Ah,
it delves into these fundamental questions about where everything came from, the nature of the creator, and the very essence of being.
yeah.
And what's so fascinating is that it doesn't offer any easy answers.
Yeah.
Instead, it really embraces this mystery of creation,
Huh.
acknowledging the limits of human understanding.
So it's like the Rig Veda is inviting us to like embrace the unknown, to
Yeah.
like sit with the mystery of existence rather
Yeah.
than trying to like force it into these like neat and tidy explanations.
Exactly. And Sayana's commentary on this hymn is particularly insightful. He suggests that even the gods themselves may not have the answers to these ultimate questions.
Wow.
It's this humbling perspective that really encourages us to approach these mysteries with reverence and open-mindedness.
So it's not just about providing like a creation myth.
Right.
It's about acknowledging the profound mystery of existence itself.
Absolutely. And that's a powerful message even today.
Right.
It challenges our human tendency to try to categorize and explain everything, to find certainty in a universe that is inherently uncertain and ever-changing.
Yeah, always trying to put things in boxes.
Right. Right.
So we've talked about the like cosmic scale of the Rig Veda,
Yeah.
but it's also grounded in the social realities of ancient India.
Yeah.
You mentioned that Sayana's commentary reflects the context of the Vijayanagara Empire.
Yeah.
How else does that social context show up in the text?
Well, one thing that Sayana highlights is the importance of rituals that are specific to the Varnas, which are the four main social classes in ancient India.
Okay. Can you remind us about the Varnas and their significance in like Vedic society?
Right. So the Varnas were the Brahmins,
Yeah.
who were the priests and scholars, the Kshatriyas, who
Right.
were the warriors and rulers, the Vaishyas,
Mm-hmm.
the merchants and farmers, and the
Mhm.
Shudras, who were the laborers and servants. Each Varna had these specific duties and responsibilities within society.
So each one had their place.
Right.
And Sayana saying that rituals played a role in maintaining these like social divisions.
Well, he presents it as a way of ensuring social order and harmony.
Okay.
He suggests that these Varna-specific rituals help to uphold the integrity of each social class and allowed society to function as this cohesive whole. He
Mm.
saw each Varna as playing this vital role in the well-being of the entire community.
It's like a complex tapestry with
Yeah.
each thread representing a different Varna
Right.
woven together to create this like beautiful and intricate design.
That's a great analogy. And this idea of society as this unified organism is further emphasized in Sayana's commentary on the Purusha Sukta, which is the hymn of the cosmic man.
Okay, Cosmic Man. Now we're really getting into some fascinating territory.
Yeah.
What's the story behind this cosmic being?
Okay, so the Purusha Sukta is this powerful and evocative hymn
Okay.
that describes the creation of the universe and humanity from the sacrifice of this primordial being, Purusha.
Okay.
Imagine this cosmic giant whose body encompasses all of existence.
So this is like the blueprint for the universe
Yeah.
encoded within this this cosmic being.
Exactly. And from his sacrifice, the different parts of the universe and the four Varnas were born.
Okay.
The Brahmins came from his head, the Kshatriyas from his arms, the Vaishyas from his thighs, and the Shudras from his feet.
It's like a cosmic anatomy lesson
Yeah,
with the social order mirrored in the very structure of the universe.
that's a great way to put it. And Sayana's commentary on this hymn emphasizes this, the interconnectedness of all things. He suggests that this cosmic man is both the source of the universe and the archetype for human society. Each Varna corresponds to a different part of Purusha's body,
Yeah.
symbolizing this divine origin of social order.
It's a beautiful and profound image.
Right.
This idea that society is literally a reflection of the divine body.
And this connection between the physical and social worlds is this key theme in Vedic thought. Everything is interwoven from this vast expanse of the cosmos to the intricate workings of human society.
I mean, it's mind-blowing to like contemplate the scale of these ideas and how they connected like the microcosm of human experience
Right.
to the macrocosm of the universe.
It truly is. And Sayana's commentary helps us appreciate the depth and complexity of this ancient worldview. He reviews how the Vedic seers sought to understand the interconnectedness of all things and to find meaning and purpose within that grand cosmic dance.
We've covered so much ground already, from the intricacies of Vedic Sanskrit to the power of ritual, the majesty of the gods, and these like profound insights into the nature of existence itself.
Right.
Feels like we've just scratched the surface of Sayana's vast commentary.
We have, but I think we're ready to dive even deeper. In the next part of our exploration, we'll delve into the philosophical and metaphysical depths of Sayana's work, exploring how he connects the dots between ritual practice and philosophical insight.
Okay, so we're back
Yeah.
and ready to kind of explore like those deeper philosophical layers of Sayana's commentary.
Yeah.
In the last segment, we talk about how he kind of brought that world of Vedic rituals to life. But it sounds like he was interested in much more than just like the practical aspects of these like ancient practices.
Absolutely. He was really intrigued by the why behind the rituals. He didn't see them just as these external actions,
Right.
but as gateways to this inner transformation and philosophical understanding. It's like he's saying, don't just go through the motions. Understand the deeper significance of what you're doing.
So we're moving beyond the literal level.
Yeah.
Peeling back those layers to uncover the heart of like Vedic wisdom. Where do we begin this philosophical exploration?
Well, one of the core concepts that he really examines is yajna, often translated as sacrifice.
Right.
But he argues that it's much more than simply offering things to the gods. It's about this deeper offering, a surrender of something within ourselves.
We touched on this a little bit earlier. It's not just about like throwing material possessions into a fire and hoping for good fortune.
Right.
It's about a more like profound and personal kind of offering.
Exactly. He reinterprets yajna as an act of devotion, self-discipline, and this path to mental purification.
Yeah.
He suggests that the truest sacrifice is this surrender of our ego and our desires, those things that really kind of keep us bound to suffering.
So the real offering is like letting go of those parts of ourselves that hold us back. Our attachments are like negative tendencies, the things that we cling to, even when they like cause us pain.
That's the essence of it, yeah. And this internal sacrifice, this inner work, is just as important, if not more so, than the outward performance of rituals. It's about recognizing that true transformation happens from within.
It kind of reminds me of that saying, wherever you go, there you are. You can't escape yourself, even through elaborate rituals.
Right?
The real journey is an inward one.
I love that. And he takes this concept a step further. He describes the mind itself as the real fire of the sacrifice, using the term manasagni.
Okay. The mind is fire.
Yeah.
That's a powerful image. Can you kind of unpack that for us a little bit more?
Yeah, so think about the qualities of fire.
Yeah.
It's purifying,
Yeah.
transformative. It has this power to like burn away impurities. And Sayana suggests that the mind can function in a similar way. So through mental discipline, through practices like meditation and self-reflection, we can refine our thoughts, burn away negativity, and cultivate this state of inner clarity and peace.
So it's like we're performing this internal yajna,
Yeah.
using the fire of our own awareness to transform ourselves from like the inside out.
Yeah.
A very like personal and empowering
Yeah.
approach to like spiritual growth.
Precisely. And this really resonates with those later yogic practices that emphasize mental discipline and meditation as paths to self-realization. It's as if Sayana is providing this link between these ancient Vedic rituals and the development of these later philosophical and spiritual
So he's
traditions.
not just explaining the rituals,
Right.
but like situating them within a broader, like historical and philosophical
Oh.
context.
Hmm.
He's showing us how these ideas like evolved and influenced later traditions.
Exactly. And that's what makes his commentary so valuable. He's giving us this glimpse into the interconnectedness of these ancient wisdom traditions.
Yeah, it's like he's helping us see the forest for the trees,
Right.
connecting the dots between like seemingly disparate ideas and practices.
Yeah.
We're starting to like understand that bigger picture.
Right. And this brings us to another really fascinating aspect of his approach to interpretation.
Okay.
He often provides multiple levels of meaning for the hymns of the Rigveda.
Okay.
So he distinguishes between what he calls the exoteric and esoteric interpretations.
Okay. Exoteric versus esoteric. Time for a quick vocab lesson. What's the difference?
All right, so think of the exoteric level as the outer literal meaning of the text,
Right.
the one that's accessible to like everyone.
Right.
The esoteric level, on the other hand, is the inner hidden meaning that requires deeper study and contemplation to unlock.
Okay.
It's like there's this secret code hidden within the verses, waiting to be deciphered by those who are willing to delve a little deeper.
So it's like there are like layers of meaning
Yeah.
embedded within the Rigveda. And Sayana is like giving us the tools to uncover them.
Right.
He's offering us a glimpse behind the curtain,
Mm.
revealing the hidden depths of this ancient wisdom tradition.
That's a great way to put it. He's encouraging us to move beyond a superficial understanding of the text and to engage with it on this more profound level. It's about actively seeking out the deeper truths that lie hidden beneath the surface.
It's like he's saying, like, don't just read the words, feel them.
Yeah.
Let them resonate within you.
Uh-huh.
The real meaning is like revealed through experience and contemplation.
Exactly. And this approach has parallels in other mystical traditions. Think of the Upanishads, for example.
Mm.
They really encourage us to move beyond these literal interpretations of the Vedas
Mhm.
and seek this ultimate truth of Brahman, the universal consciousness that permeates all things.
So Sayana's commentary acts as this like bridge between the ritual focus of the Rigveda
Right.
and the more philosophical and like mystical insights of the Upanishads. He's helping us see the evolution of Hindu thought,
Right.
how these ideas like unfolded over time.
That's a perfect way to describe it.
Yeah.
He's tracing this lineage of wisdom,
Yeah.
revealing the interconnectedness of these different philosophical and spiritual strands within this Vedic tradition.
Okay, so Sayana is pointing us towards this uh, deeper, more philosophical understanding of the Rigveda.
Mm.
What are some of the like key philosophical concepts that emerge from his commentary? Like,
Yeah.
what are the big ideas that he's wrestling with?
Well, one of the central concepts is Raita, which is often translated as cosmic order.
Okay.
Sayana sees Raita as this underlying principle that governs the universe,
Mm-hmm.
this kind of cosmic law that ensures harmony and balance in all things. It's like this invisible force that keeps everything in its rightful place.
Right.
The symphony conductor ensuring that that the cosmic orchestra plays in harmony.
So it's not just about following like rules for the sake of it. It's about understanding the deeper principles that govern existence and striving to like live in alignment with them. It's about like recognizing our place in the grand scheme of things.
Exactly. And Sayana suggests that aligning ourselves with Raita is essential for living a fulfilling and meaningful life.
Okay.
It's about recognizing that we are part of something larger than ourselves and that our actions have consequences that ripple outwards, affecting the whole.
So it's not just about like personal gain or happiness.
Yeah.
It's about like contributing to the harmony and well-being of like the entire universe.
Yes.
Our choices matter, not just for ourselves, but for this like interconnected web of all beings.
Beautifully put. And this idea of aligning ourselves with Raita
Yeah.
is closely related to this concept of dharma, which is often translated as duty or righteous conduct.
Right.
It's about fulfilling our purpose, playing our role in this cosmic drama in a way that contributes to the well-being of the whole.
So by understanding and following like Rita, by living in accordance with like cosmic order,
Mm-hmm.
we are fulfilling our dharma,
Right.
our like unique purpose in this grand tapestry of existence.
Exactly. And he brings this idea back to the performance of rituals.
Okay?
So he suggests that by performing rituals correctly, with the right intention and understanding, we are aligning ourselves with Raita,
Right.
upholding this cosmic order through our actions.
So those rituals become more than just symbolic gestures or
Mhm.
attempts to appease the gods.
Yeah.
They become a way of actively participating in like the maintenance of the universe, contributing to the harmony and balance of all
And
things.
that's a powerful way to see it. It
Yeah.
elevates the role of ritual from something personal and transactional
Right.
to something cosmic and profoundly meaningful. It's about recognizing that our actions have these far-reaching consequences, even on this cosmic level.
Okay, right to dharma. These are big, complex ideas. What other philosophical treasures can we like find in Sayana's commentary?
Well, he also really emphasizes the importance of satya, which is often translated as truth.
Okay.
But he kind of takes it a step further, connecting satya to this idea of cosmic stability.
Hmm.
So he suggests that truthfulness and integrity are essential for maintaining balance in the universe.
Okay.
It's about recognizing that truth is not just this personal virtue.
Right.
It's this fundamental principle that upholds the very fabric of reality.
So it's not just about like being honest in our dealings with others.
Right.
It's about like living in alignment with this like universal principle of truth that like permeates all of existence. It's about recognizing that like truth is not just a matter of opinion.
Uh-huh.
It's like something much deeper and more fundamental.
Exactly. And this idea has profound implications for how we understand our role in the world.
Right.
So if our actions and words are kind of out of alignment with Satya, then we're contributing to disharmony and instability, both within ourselves and in the world around us.
Yeah, it's like that ripple effect.
Yeah,
Our individual choices have like consequences that extend far beyond our like immediate sphere of influence.
absolutely.
If we want to live in a like harmonious and balanced world,
Uh-huh.
we need to start by like aligning ourselves with truth,
Right.
both like internally and externally.
That's such a powerful point. And it kind of brings us to another fascinating aspect of Sayana's commentary.
Right.
He occasionally hints at ideas that foreshadow the later development of Vedanta philosophy, particularly the concept of non-duality.
Oh, the concept of non-duality, the idea that our individual selves, our Atman, is ultimately one with the universal consciousness property.
Precisely.
It's that oneness concept at the heart of many mystical traditions.
Exactly. So while Sayana doesn't explicitly endorse non-duality, his commentary kind of suggests an awareness of this concept. He interprets certain hymns in a way that points towards this interconnectedness of all things.
Mhm.
The idea that the divine is not separate from the world, but immanent within it.
So even though he's primarily focused on rituals and deities,
Right.
he's also kind of gesturing towards this like deeper understanding of like unity, of the interconnected web of all existence.
Yeah.
It's like he's hinting at this profound truth that lies beyond the realm of like words and rituals.
Yeah.
Something that can only be experienced like directly through like deep contemplation and realization.
Yes, and that's what makes Sayana's commentary so remarkable, is he's helping us see the Rigveda not just as a collection of hymns to gods, but as a text that contains these seeds of profound philosophical and spiritual insights. It's a doorway to this world of deeper meaning,
Yeah.
waiting to be unlocked by those who are ready to explore its depths.
It's like he's giving us this glimpse into the evolution of Hindu thought, showing us how these like complex ideas unfolded and blossomed over time.
That's a beautiful way to put it. And that brings us to this question of Sayana's legacy. How did his work influence later thinkers, and how is it still relevant for us today?
Right. I mean, we've spent all this time exploring Sayana's world, but what does it all mean for us? What's the lasting impact of his work? Why should we care about a 14th century scholar's interpretation of this like ancient text?
Well, for centuries, Sayana's commentary was considered the definitive guide to understanding the Rigveda.
Wow.
It was used in traditional Vedic schools throughout India,
Okay.
shaping how generations of scholars approached and interpreted these ancient texts. He set a standard for rigorous scholarship and insightful interpretation that continues to inspire scholars today.
So it's like he created the like core curriculum for Vedic Studies 101.
Yeah.
His work became the foundation upon which others built their understanding of this complex and profound tradition.
That's a great way to put it. And his influence extended even beyond India. When Western scholars first began delving into this world of the Vedas, they relied heavily on Sayana's work to kind of navigate this unfamiliar terrain.
Mhm.
His commentary provided this bridge between East and West, helping to make Vedic wisdom accessible to a wider audience.
So he was like a cultural ambassador,
Yeah.
opening up the world of the Vedas to those who might not have otherwise had access to its treasures.
And even though some modern scholars might have critiques of his work, arguing that he sometimes favored ritualistic interpretations over philosophical ones,
Yep.
there's no denying his immense contribution to the field.
Mm.
His work continues to be studied and debated,
Right.
sparking these new insights and perspectives on the Rigveda. He left this intellectual legacy
Yeah.
that continues to shape our understanding of this ancient and enduring wisdom tradition.
It's like any groundbreaking work. It's bound to be like reinterpreted and reevaluated over time.
That,
That's testament to like its power and relevance.
yeah.
It continues to spark conversation and invite us to like engage with its ideas in new and meaningful ways.
Exactly, and that's why Sayana's commentary still matters today.
Mm.
It gives us this window into a rich and complex tradition that has really shaped Indian thought and culture for millennia.
It's like a time machine that allows us to travel back to the world of ancient India
Yeah.
and like see the universe through the eyes of a brilliant scholar. It's a reminder that even though like our world might look very different from Sayana's,
Right.
the questions he wrestled with, the insights that he offered, are still relevant for us today.
I couldn't agree more. So what can we take away from this deep dive into Sayana's world? What's the essence of his message for listeners today?
Yeah, what can we learn from this journey through language, ritual, and philosophy? What like wisdom can we carry with us from the world of the Rigveda?
I think the most important takeaway is this invitation to look beyond the surface, to seek this deeper meaning in everything we encounter. Sayana's commentary shows us that even ancient rituals can be these rich sources of philosophical insight and spiritual wisdom.
Right.
It's a reminder that the universe is filled with these hidden dimensions waiting to be discovered if we're willing to approach it with curiosity,
Yeah.
openness,
Right.
and a thirst for deeper understanding.
It's like he's encouraging us to become explorers,
Uh-huh.
not just of like the external world,
Right.
but of the like inner landscape of our own minds,
Right.
and hearts.
Exactly. And that's a journey that's available to all of us, regardless of our background or beliefs. The journey of self-discovery,
Mm.
of connecting with the deeper currents of meaning that kind of flow through all of existence.
So we've gone from ancient India to modern day insights.
Yeah.
From deciphering Vedic Sanskrit to exploring the mysteries of the cosmos.
Right.
And it feels like we've only just begun to like scratch the surface. There's like so much more to discover, so much more to explore.
It's been an incredible journey, and I hope our listeners are inspired to continue exploring Sayana's commentary on their own. There's this whole universe of knowledge and wisdom waiting to be uncovered.
Who knows what other secrets are hidden within those ancient texts?
Yeah.
Just waiting for the right interpreter to come along and unlock their treasures. Perhaps that interpreter is you.
What a wonderful thought to leave our listeners with.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into Sayana's world. We'll see you next time.
Yeah, thanks for having me.